Yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to it. We obviously secured the playoffs this weekend, which is important, but I think the main thing this weekend is the mindset. We can't go into games getting comfortable now, and we're coming up against teams that are fighting for these playoff spots, and our regular season isn't done. We want to finish as high as possible to give us a better chance in the playoffs. So yeah, I think the most important thing is just the mindset, and we're going there to win the game.
And a lot of different parts with this match compared to the last game, the 3-3 draw here. What do you expect out of that Minnesota team compared to this last one?
Um, like I said, I think a team that's fighting for a playoff spot, and we can't underestimate that. Um, I think you could say we did that a little bit against Kansas. There was maybe some fatigue in there, but we just need to get our minds right and know that we're coming up against teams that are going to do everything they can to try and beat us. So yeah, a little bit different to the game earlier in the year, just because it was not as deep into the season, and now's the time when teams are really working for them points, and yeah, they'll be doing everything to try and win the game.
And, you haven't been with the team as long as their last playoff run back in 2021, but what do you just see from the squad now that they have clinched playoffs and we know that we're in this fight till, hopefully the MLS Cup?
Yeah, I mean, for the guys that were here last year, it was a tough year, and I think for us specifically, I think we all came into this season knowing that that's not acceptable, and we didn't want another season like that. It was a long season. It was frustrating. So I think to have such a change in a small amount of time is a credit to the staff and the manager and the signings we brought in, and yeah, it just feels so much different. It's a small tight squad, and we're going to win the MLS Cup. We're not just in the playoffs for the sake of it, and I think that's been our mindset from the first day that Chris come in. And Chris mentioned that on the first day, and it seemed really far away at the time, and especially after the year we had last year. But he's kept drilling that into us, and he's kept mentioning it, and we're starting to reap the rewards of that now.
And you kind of hinted at this, but given that there are only a few games in hand left, 2 road games, and you're finishing out the regular season on a road game, what do you expect and what do you want out of, the team when the home performances are so strong? How to translate that to the road in these last matches to really, like you said, bump up in the standings.
Yeah, I think it's fairly simple. I think it's replicate the home performances away, which is easier said than done with the fans that we have and the altitude. But I think it's a mentality thing, going into the away games as confident we do as the home games, and yeah, we're going into this last little bit of the season expecting to win every game.